This is art that you create. It's very unique because it is only visible under a microscope.
Correct.
And these are very accurate sculptures and depictions that you've done. Let's give people, we'll start off with just, we have some photographs. We'll start with those and then we'll look at some that are live. This is 9 camels in the eye of a needle that you sculpted. We have here a girl, next is a girl with a balloon. That is an eyelash. That's a human eyelash?
No, it's actually smaller than that. It's a fibre off my shirt.
That's a tiny fibre, and you created that girl with the balloon. You also do famous people. This is John Lennon in the eye of a needle.
That's correct.
And you did a famous, iconic boxing match, Cassius Clay versus Sonny Liston. That's to show you the scale. That's a match head. And that is how tiny this work of art is. Let me ask you a second. First question everybody has is, how do you do this? What tools do you use and what are these things made of?
The tools, they vary. I have all different types of tools. Some of them are made from broken shards of diamond, which I smash up. So I've got like a little anvil, a little hammer, hit it, and all the little diamond fragments break off into little splinters.
Yeah.
And what I do, I sort through all the little splinters and I use one of them. So I've got a little piece of wire, drill the hole in the end with the finest drill you can get. But the drill wasn't fine enough, so I had to make my own drill and drill a little hole into the wire, then insert this little piece of diamond in. It looked like a little bee sting. And what I do, I work between my heartbeat, I hold my breath, slow down my breathing, and then I use my pulse as a jackhammer.
Let me understand this, please. Mr. MacGyver, you slow your heartbeat down, and then you're using such a fine hand that your actual pulse is creating the motion that chisels the material that you're working with.
But sometimes I have to work between the heartbeats, so when the heart stops, then I move, so I have 1.5 seconds to move between it. It becomes a nightmare.
What? Why are you doing this? I mean, that's the other thing. Is it really, do you enjoy doing this?
No.
This is unbelievable to me. You don't enjoy it. It's extremely difficult.
I'll tell you what it is. It's a nightmare when I start and a dream when I finish. So I have to look at the dream before I finish.
Okay. All right. Well, let's move on because I am fascinated. I want to see. Let's see some actual samples that you have brought, and let's look at the first one right now. I think this is in keeping with the theme today. We're having a presidential election in this country. You will put this under the microscope. Oh, look at that!
There it is.
That is the head of a
pin.
Of a pin, and that is the White House.
The White House, yeah.
That is
and if you look on your right-hand side, you'll see the president.
What? Where's the president? Why wasn't this impressive enough? Why did you then have to put the president in there? And who can tell? Why can't you just tell people all kinds of stuff are in there? Why can't you just start saying, oh, and the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse are riding through the dining room? Can't you see it?
Well, to give you an idea how small that is smaller than a period stop in a newspaper.
Right. Yeah. And what is it made of, the White House?
It's made of a piece of nylon tag, which is like Kevlar stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a zip tie that you tie bags with and stuff. It's like a very tough material.
Okay, let me ask you a question because I am looking at the pin and it just looks like a regular pin. You can't see that there's anything even on the top of it. It's absolutely incredible that you made this. Do you use a microscope when you do it?
Yeah, I have to because it's so small. It's just keeping your hand still and working between the heartbeat and making sure you don't inhale your own work.
What do you mean? You inhale your work sometimes?
Yes, it has happened.
Wait a minute. You could spend weeks making a White House, and then suddenly you just have a little sniffle, and it's in your lungs.
Well, with this one, my antibodies refuse to inhale this one.
That's right. You're clearly
have it back.
You're from across the pond, but if it were Parliament, you'd accept it immediately. All right.